Hey YouTube, this is Jado again. Gonna do a quick preview for the North London Derby. Looking ahead to this match, I'm really looking forward to this match, I should say. I feel that Arsenal has a good chance to put in a good performance this weekend. Um, Coming off of a really disappointing approach that we took against Liverpool, I think we need to bounce back. And and it's the first time in about two years now that I feel we're going into this match with the truly having the stronger team. Tottenham has put together a nice team, and for a little about 2 years now, they've kind of had a little edge in terms of personnel. But I think based on the summer signings that we've made this year, bringing in Pepe to balance the forward line, I think we have enough to really scare and hurt Tottenham. So I want to see a different approach in this match, really, because the approach taken in the last match was just way too defensive. I mean, uh, a lot of people will say, one of the flaws with Wenger was that he played the same way all the time. But the thing is, if you're good at playing one particular way, it makes sense to just play that way rather than trying to force to play another way that you're really not good at and don't have any experience playing. So I think that's what happened to us at Liverpool. The approach was too negative, and psychologically, I think that affected our players because seeing the other team dominate the ball that much takes something away from our players because I don't think they're accustomed to that. So I don't want to see that approach again. Definitely, maybe against Man City we can take that approach, but definitely not Tottenham. I think this should be an open football game, and if that is the case, I think we have enough tools to really put a beating on Tottenham. Um, I'm gonna give you my lineups, predicted or the lineups that I would want to see Emery pick, but to be honest, Emery is a little frustrating to me because I don't understand his thinking sometimes based on the decisions in terms of personnel that I see he makes. Um, like for example, the approach taken against Liverpool made no sense at all. If your goal is to try to win or get something out of that game, that approach of surrendering that much of the pitch to the Liverpool fullbacks made no sense. Um, so I don't want to see that approach definitely in this match. I think the formation we should play is a standard 4-2 in a pivot, 3-1. And the back four would be David Luiz, even though I know he made some really stupid mistakes in the last match. I still think he's better than the other options that we have. So David Luiz along with Socrates as the two centre halves, flanked by Monreal if he's available, or Kolasinac if Monreal is not available, and on the left, on the right, sorry, would be Ainsley. The two in the pivot ahead of the back line would be, for me, I'd pick Xhaka and Torreira. I think those two work really well together. They complement each other really well. And with Torreira's energy in the midfield, it allows for us to get snap at Tottenham's midfield, and also Torreira has a knack for covering for our fullbacks when our fullbacks get up the pitch. So that works really well, and I think Xhaka can still play through the passes and change the play when needed. Um, Ahead of those two, sorry, I'd have a three of Aubameyang on the left, Pepe on the right, and in the middle, in the cam position, I'd play Ozil. I would not start Ceballos in this game because I think the jury is out on Ceballos. He had one good game against Burnley, but to be honest, I think that is not enough to win him a starting role in the North London derby. To be honest, he was god awful against Liverpool. To be honest, he gave the ball away too many times. And it really caused a lot of pressure on our backline because there was no outlet to bring that ball out from Xhaka and Guendouzi. Willock tried to make some runs and tried to bounce the ball off Ceballos a few times, but he was just too slight, too weak in possession. He lost the ball too easily. The press got him. So I would go with Ozil. I think Ozil is more tried and proven as a creative player as well. I don't think Ceballos gives us enough going forward. He's more of a box-to-box midfielder, so I would go with Ozil in this role. And ahead of those three, I'd have Lacazette. And that formation, I think, would give trouble to any team pretty much that we play. I just think that's what we should try to do in this game. We should not try to have a defensive approach in this game. We need to try to score goals. And that is our most offensive team. Yeah, that's the line. Obviously, Leno will be in goal, with no questions there. I think he's. I'm really impressed with Leno, to be honest. He's growing on me. Last year he made some mistakes, but any young goalkeeper coming into the league will make mistakes. So I'm not gonna kill him for that. I think he's a good keeper. He made some good saves. Even in the last match, he made some good saves, and he reads the game fairly well. I don't suspect we'll have any trouble there. Tottenham is not in a good. I think this is a good time for us to play them. I don't think they're in a good shape right now. Looking at the way they're playing, I don't think they're very creative. I mean, I know for some reason Pochettino doesn't want to play Eriksen, which makes no sense to me, because the team is like two different teams when he plays and when he doesn't play. And I think they have some injuries. I know Dele Alli is coming back, but honestly, I personally don't think Dele Alli is a Premier League football player. I don't think he's good enough to play in the Premier League. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it because I haven't seen anything to change my mind. He gets goals, but for most of the game, he will just be completely absent. He doesn't do a whole lot except make nasty challenges, really. He's a dirty player, I think. Both he and Lamela plays dirty. If you watch the way these guys approach the game, but they don't get penalized for it for some reason. But anyway, I'm not worried about it. The only person that really concerns me as far as Tottenham is concerned is not Harry Kane. It's actually Son. I think Son is a brilliant footballer, and coming off the wing, he can give our fullbacks trouble. What I'd like us to do is to hit Son early. I'd want us to pressure him early and not have him get the run on us as far as attacking our backline. If we take that approach and if we adopt that formation, we should be able to see out this game easily. Another option that we could go with is to go with three at the back. It's more of a negative approach, but I think it would give us a sound base. I doubt Emery will play that because, like I said, we're playing at home and we need to take the game to them. But a three in the back is something we need to look at because I think David Luiz works well in a three. And we have two other good young centre halves that can pair with them. We have Holding coming back and we have Chambers who is itching for a game. He looked good in the first game that we played actually. So I'd want to utilize those two as well. So if we play the three, it would be one of those two along with David Luiz and Socrates. That would then allow Kolasinac to play his natural role, which is as a left wing back, and Maitland-Niles again would play on the right as a wing back, and would be able to give us that width going up in the overlap. I'd play Xhaka in the middle of that as well, along with Torreira. That I think would be a good combination there as well because it gives us some bite again in the midfield. And going forward, I'd play Lacazette as a cam or that false nine role in the middle, and so he'd be coming short to pick up the ball and then linking up with Oba and Pepe on the wings. That is the combination I'd go. I wouldn't play Ceballos in that role, although he could, but I don't want to leave Lacazette out because I think the team just works better when he plays. He gets goal, he causes problems, he's aggressive. He's a player that should be on the field all the time. He should not be coming off, he should not be sitting on the bench and watching our team struggle. That is the lineup I'd go with if we go with that formation. But like I said, I don't suspect Emery is going to do that. I just wanted to say that the jury is still out on Emery. For me, I'm not convinced that he's an improvement as far as the way he approaches these games. Some of his decisions don't make any sense. I know it's still early days, but I'm just calling it what I'm seeing. The approach we took to Liverpool was garbage. And if you look at last year, the way we finished that season was just dreadful. I mean, he made some stupid decisions. Decisions like playing El Neni away to Everton. Just garbage decisions. I think he played Jenko a few times as well. It was madness. We had third place in our hands and we basically threw it away. At least Emery threw it away, because let's be real, he's the coach. If this was Wenger who did that, everybody would be on Wenger's case. And I think the same should be said for Emery. He was tinkering way too much with the team when we should have seen out our last 8 games and secure. If we had won 2 of those games, we'd be in the Champions League right now. But anyway, like I said, the jury's out. I want to see sensible approach to football. I don't want to have to be scratching my head and wondering what is Emery doing here in this match. I want us to approach the game the way we should, be confident, because one of the reasons why I think that the approach to Liverpool game was so bad, I think psychologically it really affected the team for us to change so drastically the way we normally play. And as a football player, if you're accustomed to dominating the ball and being on the ball a lot, which most of Arsenal players are, to go to a football match where the formation allows you to just surrender possession and basically 3/4 of the field to the opposition, who could then pick and choose what they want to do with the ball for majority of the game, that is going to psychologically affect the team. The team is not accustomed to playing like that. They're going to react negatively most of the time. We did get some chances and we should have taken them. I think Pepe will be better in this game. He was actually one of our best players in the last game. I like his aggressiveness. I like his willingness to run at people. His close control is good. He needs to do more defensively, I could say. But he's a striker. I'm not killing it. He's young. He's looking to score, and that's what I want from him. Everybody else should just cover for him on this, as far as I'm concerned. I think if he plays with Lacazette, he will get goals. Oba will also get goals once Lacazette is there, because Lacazette's key to me is not so much the goals that he creates himself, but the goals that he creates for others in terms of just assists and just by being able to engage and cause trouble for defenders. He will shrug off people and get turn people and draw attention, and that will allow other players to run in on the far post and get easy tap-ins based on the work that Lacazette does. So that's the approach I'm looking for. My prediction for this game, I think Arsenal will win this game 3-1. If we play our best game, we'll win this game easily. I don't think Tottenham is in any shape to really play against us right now. They've got a few injuries, and their team isn't really gelling. So I think that's my prediction for the game. Like I said, I can't wait for the weekend, because I think Arsenal are in a good spot. We just need to build on the momentum. We had a good start for the first 2 games. We need to build on that. Come on, Gunner, let's get them.